Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday Bless Our Loved One. Glad that you are here with us today. Let me change my name really quick. My name is Julian Lin. I am coming to you from Orange County, California. I'd like to welcome our founders if you are in our attendees, and also our guests that are here today. I'm glad that you are here tonight, this morning, or this afternoon, wherever you are. We're glad that you're here today with us. And today you are going to be listening to one of our founder. He's going to share on passive. It's the opportunity. It's a business that you are invited to be here. So I'm glad that you are here today. I'm just going to go ahead and go over to the chat or say hello to our guest, our friend here. Thank you for joining us today. Don Crocker, Diane, good to have you here. Cynthia Deering, good to have you here as well. Pita, good to have you here. Nice to see you here. John Barilla, good to see you. Abdullah, good to have you here with us. Dr. Benning, good to have you here with us as well. Roy McPhail, good to have you here with us. Gary Heath, good to have you here. Tenge, good to have you here with us. Little Lane, good to see you. Good to have you here. Lloyd Hamilton, good to see you here. I'd like to welcome all our founders that are coming on tonight, and also all of our friends, our guests that are here with us. You get to be here because the person that share this opportunity, this webinar with you, they really care for you. They want you to be part of it, and they want you to walk this journey with them. Good to have you here as well. And I'm so glad that you are here, because today we are going to talk about on passive. It is the best opportunity that I've ever heard as a businesswoman for 20 years. I have tried everything from the dollar store to real estate, owning a nail salon, to restaurant. I've done everything that I could possibly can, and I'm still here because I have not been successful. I have never had a website, right? Excuse me. Never had a website. I paid somebody for 3 years to do it. Couldn't get my website going, and I gave up. So I've created business. I've created a restaurant from not having a restaurant experience. I just love to cook, but I wanted to create something that can help pay for what I need, pay to feed my kids. And I've never had a chance to have a successful life. I've always worked hard, 24 hours, it's all we have, but I work probably about 18 hours of those when I own my own business. Many of us here could relate to that. If you are working for a company, we do have friends that work for a company 34 years, 40 years, and 2 more years left, they get to retire and they get laid off, right? Imagine that. Wonder if you are in that boat, right? I do have family member who came to the United States, worked for a company and got to a very high position, right? Climbed that ladder. We call it the corporate ladder, right? And after 35 years being in the United States and just do one job, after that, at the end of that 35 years, got laid off because the company sold it for another person, another company, and they just want to let go of the top people because they don't want to pay too much, right? So that's what happened. And when they do that, he has to start looking for a job again, right? So do we want to be in that position? And that's why you get shared this opportunity. So I'm glad that you are here. Many of us right now are looking for an opportunity and looking for something that can automatically done for us. If you are a business owner and having something automatically, it's very important. So that's why I'm here. That's why I am part of On Passive, and that's why I wanted to become a founder of On Passive, right? And many of us are here. Maybe you have student loans. Maybe you are a doctor, right? And you probably had gone through years and years and years of education, and you still need to pay for hundreds of $1,000s loan, right? I do know a niece of mine. Actually, she wants to become a dental hygienist, and she sat down and she calculated the amount of money that will help her pay for her education, right? And she calculated that after graduated from college, go through the whole entire dental hygienist program. At the end of the day, after she graduates, she will owe about 680,000, right? Anyone worked so hard in school for many, many years and graduated and owe that much. How long does it take her to pay that amount of money back, right? And so, and that's why On Passive is here, and we're all here to learn. And you got invited to this opportunity because the person that invite you here really care for you, really want you to travel the journey with that individual. So get back with that person and thank them. And if you see the information that share here, that you loved it, appreciate them for that. Hello, Charles. Hello, Sangye. Good to have you here with us today. I'm so glad to see you here, Charles and Sangye.
Hey, Julie.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Yes, I understand your travel.
I miss you guys. Yes.
We miss you too. We miss you too. You're doing an amazing job over there in Cameroon. And
but I will be back before you know it.
Yes, yes. And I bet you have changed so many people's life over there.
Yes, and we still need to change more. So
absolutely. And that's why we are here today for our webinar called Bless Our Loved One. And I'm so glad that Sangye is here with us. How are you doing, Sangye?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for being here.
I am still reminiscing last week's big event we had in Cameroon, in Douala. That was amazing.
That is amazing. And that was a fantastic event. We had so many people showed up at that event. And that's why I said, Charles, and the leaders over there and the leaders around the world have changed so many people's lives. And I'm glad that you are here. And Charles, you're doing an amazing job over there. And so, so proud to be a founder of On Passive. I believe we are all proud of being a founder of On Passive. I see Mike Ellis is in with us today. And all our founders and all our guests around the world, you are in for a treat because Mike Ellis will share with you what On Passive is about. And I'm so glad that you are here today. It's about 2 minutes until the time. And we're going to start right on the top of the hour. And Sangye, would you like to say hello to a few friends here?
Yeah, of course, Julie. I mean, you've done it all. Mike is here. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Welcome. We can't wait to hear all what you have to say to our guest today. Hey, Maddie, how you doing? Good to see you. Mr. Charles, amazing to see you again. Doing a great job in Cameroon. Guys, if you're located in Cameroon, please make sure that you either contact your leaders so we can give you a rundown of the program down there in Cameroon. Charles is still there for a few more days, and then he's going to be heading to Nigeria. And after that, he's going to go to Senegal. It's going to be a long, long journey for him, no doubt, but he is up for it because that's what he does, right? His name, what? His other name is what? A man on a mission. So you are welcome here from all parts of the world. And please just have an open mind, okay? And the information we're about to give you today is going to blow your mind. Julie, we have just a few more seconds to go, but let me say this. You mentioned something about people working and the whole aspect of retirement. Here we call it what? The 40-40-40, right? That's what it is. You work 40 hours a week. which is what, 160 hours a month, you actually, what is it? You retire and then you're paid 40%, correct? Did I get it right, Mike? I see you nodding right there. You know, you don't want to do that. You don't want to get to a certain age before you ask for your retirement. And then what are you going to do? You can't travel at that time and have the fun that you're supposed to have now. So guys, this is the only place where you can beat that and make sure that you can start traveling right away when OnPassive launches. So you're welcome on board, guys. I'm going to hand it over to you, Julie.
Thank you so much, Sanjay, for saying that. It is true. You're gonna work all your life, and then you get tax, right? You got to pay for a certain amount, fees and tax and all of that, you know. And it's also for all the moms out there, right? I am a mom, and I know exactly how it is to raise a child or children, right? And when your children growing up, you gotta help them, support them in terms of college and all that stuff. You know, there are so many kids nowadays who have a dream, but they're looking at the situation of the family, the living, and that might stop them, right? So this is a place where you want to find out the information, and you want to get back with the person who shared this with you. Hello, Dan. Good to have you here with us. So good to see you.
And everybody.
All right. Thank you so much, Dan. Let's get the recording started. Marty, if you would, we're going to start our meeting right now.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone around the world. Welcome to our Saturday Bless Our Loved One webinar. Today is Saturday, January 15, 2022. I'd like to say hello to all founders around the world and all our friends that are joining us today. You are here because the person who shared this opportunity with you, share this webinar with you, really care for you. And we are all here. Every faces that you see on the screen are the people that are eligible to answer any questions and to share the opportunity with you. These are the people that actually have lots and lots and many, many years of experience, and they know exactly what they're saying when they share with you. The very first person that I like to introduce to you is my friend. I call him my brother. I've known him for almost 3 years. And if I was to look at his life experience, he has been in the corporate, being a manager, the top people in the corporate world, and he has worked very hard, trained so many people, has so many experience in his life, but yet he said what he does not change people's life in a massive way. Therefore, he joined the internet world 14 years ago, and he has done everything that you can think of, very successful in those business. But at the end of the day, he asked himself, have I made a massive change in people's life? Can I bring the people that with me, travel the road with me? And he said, I couldn't do that. And when he understood about OnPassive, he came in and he did everything. He took all the experience that he had in his life, in what he has done, and he came on to OnPassive, and he loved it. Without further ado, and without me saying anything, I'm going to turn off the chat and I'm going to send it over to Marty DeGamo, my brother. Please unmute your mic, Marty.
Hello. Julie, thank you. Sanjay, thank you. You both are incredible. Charles is in Cameroon. My brother Charles is kicking it. Stop showing off, Charles. You can slow down now if you want. Anyway, a little about myself. Yeah, as Julie said, I've been online a long time. I'm glad I was on long enough to find this company that I'm in now, because there was times I wanted to quit. A little bit about me. I'm 61. I got online same reason as millions of other people. I didn't get on to tell you my cat's purple and whatever crazy stuff. I got on to see if I could make an income. A good income. I didn't want to make what we call chump change. I wanted to make an income that could change my family's life. I grew a family much quicker than I grew an income, and it was, it was a struggle a lot. I worked many, many hours. I travel all over the world with the company I'm in. And I thought, man, it's got to be a better way. And I saw the people online that were doing well. Not a lot, but I saw some that were doing well. And I thought, well, if they can do it, why not me? So I got in and joined a business. I can't tell you which one it was right now, but it was whatever it was, and did everything I was told. I knew that to move up in any business, you got to listen to the people that made it before you did. And I did that. I did what I was told. I did all the stuff. And, you know, you think you're getting the hang of it. You turn over a rock and there's more things you didn't know you didn't know. I'm thinking, wow, it's a little more complicated than I thought. That went on for years. I wound up really losing money. And anybody that's online, if they tell the truth, most of the time it's not that they don't make money, they lose money. And I'll tell you why. You get in a business and most of them, if not all of them, in fact, I can't think of any except this one, has an auto ship. So you pay every month. You're going to pay every month whether you make a dime or not. And what happens is while you're trying to get it going, you're trying to build a team, everybody on your team, if you happen to bring in a handful, they got to pay that auto ship too. So what do? Things get tight. I need bread. I need milk. Bye-bye MLM or whatever company you're in. It's just common sense. You can't do both if you don't have the money. So I struggled with that for about 10 years. And I found out about the 10th year. Before that, I found out, but I wasn't sure how to fix it, is any business you're in, I don't care if you're selling books, lotion, potion, help me get tall, help me get short, whatever, you have to drive traffic. When I mean traffic, I mean visitors to whatever you're doing. Now, some people say I could get a solo ad, I could buy a Safewest, yeah, you can, but 99% of them suck. I can't think of another word. They suck. You pay the money, 100, 200, 300, 400. You get about 4 or 5 people that actually opt in, and they're just tire kickers, right? They're professional tire kickers. They come in and kick every tire on the internet and never really kind of do anything, right? They never get in the darn car, okay? So that happened for a long time. I said, okay, I got to learn how to drive traffic. And thank God, about 8 years ago, I think now, which I can't believe it, I ran into Mike Ellis and Dan Street, who's here, and I found out something else too. It was much easier, especially if you plan on building sizable business, is you need to team up with somebody, because you'll find somebody online that can do something you can't, or you're not any good at it. And then you might be good at one thing and they're good at something. And that's exactly what happened between me, Mike, and myself, Mike and Dan. They could do stuff I couldn't do, or I just didn't have any desire to do it. And you know how it is. If you're not really into it, it's hard to do a very good job. Anyway, we got together and worked off each other's strengths and started building teams. Forget the business. We get the business, we start building a team. And we were good at it. We were pretty good. Not, the best, but we were pretty good. So now you're thinking it's a done deal. We could build the team. We're in it. All we got to do is find a business that'll last, and a business that has viable products, as Mr. Osong always says, which is true. If the products suck, how far is it going to go? So we would get in a business, we build a team, and I mean, we could build teams 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. It always, about 2 months in, something happened. And I mean, it's many different things. One is, the freaking business is gone. We get up in the morning, hey, can you log in? No, there's nothing there. Nope, there's nothing. We're done. It's gone. So now you've already talked to all these people. They followed you. They trusted you. And I think I'm a trustful guy. The problem is you're relying on someone else. You're relying on someone's company. You're relying on somebody's ethical, wherever they are in their life. Do they really mean what they're saying? Anyway, so the company disappears. Or we get in and we're doing it because we're doing it a long time. You start to get this something's not quite right. Something doesn't feel right. We did the math on it, and the math means we're going to make $200 trillion in 7 weeks. And I don't think that's going to happen, right? So we start backing out. Actually, we backed out of business and telling people, stop, get out. We're going to move somewhere else. Come on. And of course, some people go, why? It's great. No, it's not great. And they died, right? It happened. Anyway, about 3 years ago now, I was looking around because what happened was we got to where even if you found a half decent company, while you're building your team, guess what? I'm running into me, Mike and Dan 10 years ago. They have no skills. I'm not putting them down. They just don't know. So I said, well, we'll just show them what we're doing. Yeah. If you can help 3 people, you're lucky, but 3 people are not going to set you free. 3 people might make you break even. And I didn't get in this to break even. So now I'm going, oh my God, we can't duplicate what we're doing. And all the gurus that tell you they can, secret. They're full of crap. They can't. If they could, they would. It wouldn't be the same 2.5% that makes it every day, right? You see them every month in a different business, every 6 months. So needless to say, 3 years ago, I was thinking about, I don't know if I could keep doing this. I don't want to build teams and tell people, I'm going to help you, and I'm not. I can't. It's lying. So I ran into Red Redford and Peter Rogers, who I knew from another business. I trusted them. Big deal online. If you find someone you trust. So I said, hey, what are you doing? They told me. I asked basic questions because the bar is low. Can we make money? Yeah. Is it unlimited? Yeah. Do you have an auto ship? No. Can anybody get in this and make money? Yes, it's automated, hands-free, 100%. And I'm like, what about the products? High demand, being sold for billions of dollars a year. I'm in. So then I was waiting for the price tag, and I went, oh, this is going to be scary. And he told me, and I went, you got to be kidding. So I got in, went back to Mike and Dan. I don't know what I told them. I think they signed up just so I'd shut up. But we all got signed up, and then we really investigated it right away. We did it right away. What is this about? How does it work? And we set up our own little team and went ape crap and as hard as we could. And I'm so glad we did. I found out month after month after month after month, not only is it what we thought it was, it's better than we thought, it's bigger than we thought. And yes, anyone can do it. You can be passive or you can be a little aggressive. You share it, you get there quicker. But Mike Ellis is going to explain the business to you because he can do it in about 23 minutes. If I do it, you guys are going to have to get a lunch and a dinner ready because I'm no good at that. So I'm going to turn over to Mike Ellis, who will explain it better than as good as anybody in the company. And then you, if you have a question, we will do Q&A. It'll be run by Julie. Be careful because she can be mean. And we will also send you a copy of this webinar if you ask for it. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Mike Ellis, it's your turn, buddy.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. Terrific introduction into OnPassive. OnPassive is what we're going to be talking about today. And obviously something intrigued you about OnPassive. It's why you're here. And this presentation really is for the new people in OnPassive, those individuals coming in and just exploring on OnPassive. And because there's an interest and you've come in, the one question you have, and it's the same question all of us have had as we came in and started to look at OnPassive, can I actually build wealth online with OnPassive? And in the end, that's the question that has to be answered. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you exactly what OnPassive is going to do for you. Very, very important and very, very powerful. But I also want to talk about the company of OnPassive, because obviously if you're coming into a company and you're going to start a business with them, you want that company to have longevity. You want it to be honest, clean, and ethical. And you'll find as you continue to explore OnPassive, they are all of that and more. As we look at OnPassive, the company, excuse me, guys, OnPassive has developed over the last 3 years. And as they've done that today, right now, as we speak, OnPassive has a value of about $3.5 billion. They are a very, very large company And this is before they've launched to the world. And they are in that process right now of going into the global launch to the world. And they will release their products to the world. OnPassive over this time has developed over 50 products. All of these products, they're built from the ground up. They're proprietary. They are cutting edge digital technology. They are superior at a lower price point. Why is that important? Anytime you can build a better mousetrap, you will have people flock to your door. And OnPassive has done that in ways that I never thought was possible. Because of the qualities of the quality of the products of OnPassive, and I'll get to that in just a second, the amount of people that will be coming into OnPassive and using the products of OnPassive, we project that the first year in business, and again, we're in that process right now of the global launch of OnPassive, we believe will bring in over 100 million customers. Now, if you are participating with OnPassive, and I can say this without any caveats, at the end of that first year, I believe the majority of the people that are participating with OnPassive will not have to worry about finances. OnPassive was developed by a gentleman named Ash Mufareh. He's the visionary. He's the brain trust behind OnPassive. And one of his goals was to be able to bring people in, have them participate with OnPassive, and at the end of the day, have them not have to worry about finances because of the way Ash structured OnPassive for you and I. It really is remarkable what Ash and his team has done. And Ash has a team of technicians in Hyderabad. He's got about 250 technicians there. They have developed all of these products. They've developed the business of OnPassive. And because of what they've done, today we're sitting in a position with a company that has a value of $3.5 billion. That's going to become more relevant as I speak a little bit more about what OnPassive is going to be doing for you. Let me talk about one product of OnPassive to give you an idea of the quality of the product of OnPassive and what's going to be happening as we present these products to the public. And that product is the webinar platform. Today we are on a Zoom. It is a webinar platform. It is probably one of the largest webinar platforms on the internet today. And as we look at this Zoom platform, this webinar platform, it is antiquated technology. It's just not that good. But yet Zoom over the last year brought in $123 billion worth of revenue. That is massive. It's a massive amount of revenue. It's a massive niche. As OnPassive launches to the world and brings out their webinar platform, which is called OConnect, I've talked to technicians that are in OnPassive. They are participating with OnPassive, and they very plainly say that they believe OnPassive, because of the technology behind their webinar platform, will take 90 to 90% of that market, 90 to 95% of that market. That is a massive amount of money that will be coming into OnPassive, and it goes to the volume that OnPassive is going to be doing. Again, that's one product of OnPassive. OnPassive has over 50. And toward the end of the presentation, I'll talk about volume again, because it's really, really important for you to understand how much volume is going to be coming in and what that's going to do to your bottom line. Now, volume, let's talk about it just a little bit more. As Ash Mufareh talks to those individuals participating with OnPassive, one of his goals as he started OnPassive was to share the wealth with those individuals participating. That's you and I. And it wasn't just a little bit of the wealth. It wasn't 10 or 12 or 15% of the wealth. It was the majority of the wealth. So Ash Mufareh, as OnPassive launches to the world and the wealth starts coming in, his goal is to share 50, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth with those individuals participating with OnPassive. And that's why it's important to understand the sheer volume of business that's going to be coming into OnPassive, the amount of wealth that's going to be developing, and what that's going to be doing for your bottom line. It is going to be extraordinary. And the product is the reason that OnPassive will have tremendous longevity. Again, superior, lower price point. And the product is the reason why you and I, coming in and participating with OnPassive, will be able to not only build an income, but a residual income and build wealth over time. Really, really cool stuff that Ash Mufareh and his team have done for us. So let's talk about you. What is OnPassive going to do for you specifically? And why is this a place to be to build wealth online? And it's not very complicated, although OnPassive is a very, very large company, has a lot of moving parts, is very, very complicated. OnPassive has made it very simple for you and I. Ash Mufareh has made it very simple for you and I to come in and participate. Here's what they're going to do for you and I, okay? As we come in, OnPassive is going to build a sales marketing platform for each and every one of us, okay? They're going to do that with the digital products of OnPassive, okay? That's why they made the products. As we come in, they're going to do more than that. As we come in, get our own marketing platform that OnPassive made for us. Again, they're going to manage all of this. They're going to start driving traffic through that platform so customers will come in, buy, and land in your organization. As we look at the marketing platform, what they're going to do is hook it up to AI. Again, AI is one of the products of OnPassive, and OnPassive is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company, digital products. And as they hook it up to AI, all of a sudden our marketing platform becomes 100% automated. That's so important to get in the back of your mind that as you come in, it is 100% automated business. And OnPassive is going to manage everything. So they build the marketing platform, they hook it up to AI, it becomes 100% automated, they drive traffic. What is traffic? Traffic really is the backbone of everything that OnPassive does. Unless you can get good qualified eyes in front of the products of OnPassive, no one's going to buy anything. And traffic is one of those things that OnPassive does better than anybody else online. And I've been doing this about 12, 15 years. I know how to drive traffic, as Marty talked about. But when I looked at what OnPassive could do and what I was doing, I really felt impotent. They do such a great job of getting good qualified eyes in front of the products of OnPassive. It is extraordinary. And that's what they're going to do. As they drive the traffic, customers come in. They're going to manage all of this. Customers will come in, look at the products. They'll come in, they'll buy the products. As they buy the products, start using the products, again, OnPassive is going to manage everything. So they're going to manage the sale, they're going to manage the customer as they come in, they're going to manage the customer as they use the product. And as that customer comes in and lands in your organization, and a certain percent of those individuals looking at OnPassive will land in your organization, that's when we get paid. And we get paid a lot like a commission sales individual, an individual that works for a company, makes a commission of 10%, they make $100 sale, they make $10. That's a lot how it's going to work. Now, OnPassive has other ways that you can cut time frames and build your organization, your business quicker. You can actually come in and actually bring people into your business. And again, it's a lot like a commission sales individual. Let's say you have a large area that's your territory and you need help with the sales in that area. You can go out, bring in other sales individuals, and as they come in and help you with that territory, as they make sales, you get a little piece of that. Not only do you get a piece of the sales that land in your organization, but you get a little piece of the sales that land in their organization. And if you have that inclination, if you are a builder, if you can bring other people in to participate with OnPassive, you can build a organization, a team, and what it'll do is it'll cut time frames. This is one of the nice things about OnPassive. They really don't put any qualifications on what you do or how you do it. You do not have to do anything. You don't have to sell. You don't have to recruit. You don't have to share. You don't have to do any of that. But if you have that inclination, you can. And what it does is it cuts time frames. Now, eventually, regardless of what you do, whether you're passive or active, we will all get to that place where we don't have to worry about income. We will get to that place where we've developed an income, developed residual income, and we have the ability to develop wealth online. This is what OnPassive is going to do for each and every one of us as we come in and participate with OnPassive and as they go into the global launch of OnPassive. A completely 100% automated business, if that's what you want. They will manage everything. And as the sales, the customers land in your organization, you will get paid. And I'll talk about the volume here in just a little bit. It's extraordinary. So how do we come in and participate with OnPassive? Today we have a position, it is the founder position. Now, as we look at OnPassive, we are about to go into a new phase of OnPassive because we're going into the global launch of OnPassive. But today you can come in and still become a founding member of OnPassive. And the founding member position is a $97 position today, okay? It is an extremely powerful position because OnPassive will go to work for you immediately and start building you a team to cut time frames to get you to that place where you just don't worry about finances. OnPassive, the founding position, very, very powerful. But because we're in a transition and we're moving into a new phase, the founder position will only be available for a very, very short time. And I think I'm talking about days, maybe a couple of weeks. Ash Mufareh is going to come on and eliminate the founder position forever. Once it's gone, you cannot come in for any price and become a founding member of OnPassive. Now, as we think about the founding member of OnPassive, there are things that the founding members of OnPassive will get that no one else will. Bonuses, additional traffic, a lot of different things that Ash has added to that position. It is an extremely powerful position. I always recommend, if you can, come in, become a founding member, pay the $97, and lock yourself into the company of OnPassive and into the pay structure of OnPassive. Now, as OnPassive goes into the global launch, what happens? How do we all come in and participate with OnPassive? As we go into the global launch, the founding members will have to come into OnPassive and they will have to pay a subscription fee. Now, the fees that I'm talking about, the $97 to become a founding member, it is a one-time payment. You go out of pocket once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. It's the same thing with the subscription fee that we'll all have to pay as we come in and join OnPassive as they go into the global launch of OnPassive. The subscription fee is going to be between $200 and $300. I tell people that it's just $300. If it's less than that, that'll be a nice surprise. But $300, if you think that's what it's going to be, and it is, there are no surprises. You pay that, and you are part of OnPassive. And what happens when you pay the subscription fee is you get all the IT tools of OnPassive. Again, there are over 50 of them today. Once you do that, you go into your back office, you click a button, you become an independent reseller of the IT product. Why did I just tell you that? Having that title gives OnPassive the ability to pay all of us. And that's really, really important. We want to get paid. It is the process we will go through, come in, pay the subscription fee, get all the IT tools, click the button and become an independent reseller of the IT product. Again, it is still 100% automated. OnPassive is going to manage all of this, but we have to have that title in order to get paid. Let's back up to the subscription fee. The subscription fee of $300, that is a monthly fee. But I've told you, you pay it once, you never have to go out of pocket again. The preceding months after that will be paid from the proceeds, the profits that we make from OnPassive. So again, you will never have to go out of pocket more than once. The $300 for the subscription fee and the $97 for the founders fee, which allows you to get into the founders back office. As we look at the subscription fee and getting all the IT tools of OnPassive, that's when OnPassive can go to work for us, guys. Because of the IT tools of OnPassive, they can build the sales marketing platform for us. They can hook it up to AI, make it 100% automated. They can reach back into their bucket of tools, pull out traffic, start driving traffic for us, bringing in customers as they land underneath us. That's how you get paid. This is a really, really big deal. The way Ash Mufareh has structured OnPassive has never been done in the history of business, in the history of the world. There's never been an opportunity where the CEO wants to share the majority of the wealth with you and I, and then manage everything that happens within our business. We are paying OnPassive $300 a month to come in and do all of this stuff for us, to actually go to work for us. And because of the genius behind Ash Mufareh and his ability to bring in good qualified eyes to look at the products, and they'll come in and buy, because of that, we'll go out of pocket once, and we'll never have to do it again. So this is how OnPassive is going to go to work for you and I. But let's talk about volume again, just very, very quickly. It's so important that you understand the sheer volume that's going to be coming in. And I want to talk about 4 products very, very quickly. Again, on Passive, there are over 50 products. I'm just going to talk about 4 of them. And those products are O Connect, which is the webinar platform. The other product is O Academy, which is an educational platform. Teachers can come in, put up their curriculum, and then they can teach online to their students. Another one is O Staff. O Staff is an HR product, which gives businesses, their HR department, a way to manage their HR department in their business. All of these niches are very, very large. The last one is the traffic source of OnPassive. And if we look at these 4 niches that OnPassive is in, the annual revenue that comes in with just these 4 products, guys, just 4 products, is $483 billion, almost $500 billion. That's the amount of businesses that companies generate that actually service these niches today, okay? Now, as OnPassive goes into the global launch, how much of that market is OnPassive going to take? Could it be 5%? Could it be 10%? Could it be 25%? Could it be more? I don't know, but I know the products of OnPassive because they're superior to lower price point. People will come in and they'll come in droves. If we just take 10% of that market, and I think it's going to be a lot more than that, again, just 4 products, that would be $48 billion of revenue coming into OnPassive. And what's going to happen with that revenue, that wealth that's being generated by OnPassive? We know the majority of it, 50, 52, 55, 60% of it is going to go to you and I, those founding members in OnPassive, to build wealth online. That is a massive amount of wealth. This is the first year. This isn't the second, the third, the fourth year, because any additional year after that, the amount of revenue that's going to be coming into OnPassive is just going to continue to increase and increase and increase. Ash Mufareh shared a couple of things with us just last week. And it's some of the other products of OnPassive that I can't talk about on an open forum. They are massive. They are bigger than anything I've talked about today. And a couple of these products will be ready in 2 months. Now, we will be into the global launch before that. OnPassive will go into the global launch and release some of the products to the world that they can come in and start using. But this will be going on year after year, decade after decade. Ash Mufareh will continue to add products to OnPassive, products that he feels he can come in, build a superior product at a lower price point that people will flock in to use. This will never end. This is the genius behind what Ash Mufareh has done with his team in Hyderabad. Again, today it is a unicorn company. It has a value of $3.5 billion. When we go into the launch of OnPassive, what happens to that $3.5 billion that will be coming into OnPassive? He shares it with us, the founding members of OnPassive. It is so unique to find a company that has you at heart. They want to make sure you are successful. And that's one of the things that Ash has guaranteed us. You will be successful. You will make money online. It is a self-funding business. You'll pay the fees once. You'll never have to pay again. You're forced to be successful. The product and customer side is so important. And Ash has just hit this out of the ballpark. And then you add the volume of product and customer, and it's just a win-win for everybody. OnPassive today is a global company, massive corporation, very, very complicated, but he's made it simple for us. He will never, ever put a limitation on you and I on how much we can make over the course of the next years and decades to come. That's the kind of longevity OnPassive is going to have. And he will never add qualifications to what we need to do to make that money. OnPassive is an AI company, artificial intelligence, very, very important that you understand that, makes everything automated. And when you do that and you make everything 100% automated, there are no caveats. You will succeed. It's why Ash can guarantee your success. This is OnPassive. Ash Mufareh is the genius behind OnPassive. And what he's done is absolutely extraordinary. It's why everybody here is excited about OnPassive, where we're at and where we're going. Again, we are entering a new phase. The O-founder position will end quickly. Do not wait on this. Become a founding member, lock yourself into the company and the pay structure, And from there, as we go into the global launch, you're going to actually be able to start building income, residual income, and wealth online. That's why we're here, guys. So that's it for today on Passive. I'm going to hand it back over to Julie, and then she can kind of direct where she wants to go from there. Julie, if you're there, it's all yours. If I miss something, go ahead and add it, Julie. I always do. And you're very, very good at putting in that little tidbit of information. Go ahead, Julie.
Thank you so much, Mike. That was awesome information. I think you have covered everything that I've known so far of OnPassive. And OnPassive is a last opportunity in the world in a lifetime, and it's the only opportunity right now. If you are in OnPassive, you're in such a blessed place. And if you are not, it is now time for you to take the action. And when I say take the action, even though that the action that you're gonna take or what Mike shared with us here, you don't have to do that, but you want to do that. And if you are a person who has many things that I've listed at the beginning of the meeting, you have loans to pay back, you have student loans, you have children growing up that need a little extra money in your pocket to do it, this is the opportunity to do that. And if you are the person who is retiring right now and you want to go travel around the world and enjoying your retirement, this is the place to be. This is the part where you want to be part of it. Come along and we all learn this together. So thank you, Mike, so much for sharing the opportunity. You have covered everything. As of right now, I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Dan Street. Dan Street is one of our friend as well, and he's here to share with us his experience, his journey of OnPassive. And before I'm going to send it over to Dan. After Dan, I'm going to send it over to Charles, and then we are going to open the chat. We're going to have you put your question on the chat, and it's only for guests. And then I am going to look at the chat and we're going to read those questions and we're going to address it here. And please, if you are founders of OnPassive, please refrain yourself from the chat. The chat right now, after Charles, we're going to open it up for guests only for 10 minutes. So if you have questions, please write them down as of now. And then when we have the chat open, you're more than welcome to put that on the chat. Thank you, Dan. Good to have you here with us. Please unmute your mic and share with us your journey of OnPassive.
Well, thanks, Julie, and welcome everybody that's a guest here for the first time and being exposed to OnPassive for the first time. Mike, great job. Gave a real good appreciation for everybody as to what OnPassive is all about. I'll just share a few what I think are takeaways from what Mike was talking about and then pass it over to Charles. But really, over the past few years, we've witnessed the value of this company, OnPassive, increased beyond our wildest expectations. And we are now closer than ever to realizing the dream of OnPassive's launch to the world. And as Mike said, these products are proprietary, they're built from scratch, they're AI induced, and because the products are superior and the price point is amazing, these products do not have any competition. Ash Mufareh is at least 5 years ahead of any potential competitor. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means that the customers that come into your organization, whether it's through the marketing efforts of OnPassive's marketing campaign or through your efforts, will never leave you. I mean, you're going to have income coming, commissions coming on a regular basis over and over again. So this company, you're going to be part of a company that will drive this targeted traffic to your site, increase that customer base, and you will earn commissions over and over again. And you're also part of a company, Mike said this, it's key, it's automated. You have an AI software that follows up on your visitors, it answers their questions, it closes their sales, all through this automated process. So Ash was very, as Mike was talking about, he was very, very insightful on everything. His vision was amazing. He knows that 97% of the people never make it online. And so he built this company where everyone can succeed. So if you're ready to start an online business and you don't have a clue as to how to get started, we have the solution for you. If you have the desire, you have to have the desire. You have to want to take responsibility for a business because Ash is providing it for you. and it's very affordable. So I would say get with the person that that invited you here, and get registered as a founder, because this position is not going to last much longer, as Mike was talking about. The founding position is very, very valuable, and it's not going to last much longer. So we invite you to join us. And that's all I have for now, Julie. I send it over to Charles, or do you want to send it to Charles?
I'll send it to Charles. Thank you, Dan.
Okay.
Thanks so much for being
You
here. Just wanted to add into what Dan is saying, that OnPassive is made for everyone. Doesn't matter the condition, the ability, and doesn't matter where you are around the world. It's made for everyone. And that's one of the reasons why Charles right now is in the Cameroon. He is, and the team over there is changing live over there, right? And to be honest with you, I know nothing about technology, couldn't even set up a website. I told you my experience, and I'm here, and I'm so glad that I am part of OnPassive. And I'm so glad that we have so many leaders around the world right now. So I'm going to send it over to Charles. Charles, you are traveling across to Africa, and you're share OnPassive with other people. Please give us a few words, Charles.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Mike, Dan, Maddie, Senge. You're all doing a great job, fantastic job. Yes, I am in Africa. I'm excited. Like Ellie said, we're all excited. I think that's an understatement. We are more than excited, believe me, right? I have never been this relaxed in my life, just because I know what is to come, right? Now, Mike has done a fantastic job. This is what I've been missing. I just had to jump on just to listen to Mike do a presentation. And please, if you don't understand, I don't know what else to tell you, but I'm just gonna say this, right? What excites me about OnPassive, because I've done so many different things, it's a lot easier for me to count the things that I haven't done, okay? And OnPassive is different in one main thing: traffic generation. Like Mike said, eyeballs to your business. That's what we're talking about. Not cars, not motorbikes, eyeballs, customers, all right? Now, the 3 rules you're gonna find in any business that OnPassive has, that no other business has up to now. And if you find one that has all these 3, please let us know. All of us on this screen will be glad to be your very first customer. Number 1, you do not have to recruit or sell to even one person to make money. And when I say money, I mean real money. Maddie said earlier, chump change, right? Some of us, we have been blessed enough to see chump change, right? We're talking about enough money to give you financial freedom, to leave a legacy for your children. Number 2, you don't have to come out of pocket every month in, month out, to pay some bill, right? In the industry, they call it what? Ownership. You do not have to pay an ownership. That is big. And then the third and final, the last, but certainly not the least, legitimate, viable products. A company has to have legitimate, viable products. By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Something that mankind needs, you and I, we need on a daily basis. Think about your cell phone. Think about internet access, Wi-Fi. The first thing you want to know these days, when you go somewhere, what is the name of your Wi-Fi? What is the password? Okay? A company doesn't have those, guess what? It is a time bomb. It is just a matter of time before it falls. And I know a bunch of us here have been victims. Companies have come and gone. Okay, and we're wondering, how is this different? Well, this is different because it has viable products. You go back, you look at all those companies that disappeared, they do not have viable products. It's that simple. Now, If you find a company that has all these three, a lot of them have one, maybe two, but not all three. And OnPassive is here with all three of those thanks to artificial intelligence. We are on it. So if you're here for the first time, today is January 15th, 2022. Mark this date. This is your lucky day. This is the day your life has to change. So jump on board. And even if you don't understand it fully, well, guess what? Richard Branson, one of the wealthiest people on earth, he said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you don't understand it, say yes, then learn about it later. This is that amazing opportunity. And it is even better. Why? Because your $97 is refundable within 30 days. It cannot get any better. Back to you, Julie, sorry.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you for your word of wisdoms there. And absolutely, if you feel this is something that you want to try, you want to start, if what we all share with you right now pulled your heart a little bit, get back with the person who shared this opportunity with you. Just want to let everyone know, if you like to have a copy of this meeting, please send your request to onpassivenation@gmail.com. I have already turned on the chat, and I'm going to put that email right here for you, onpassivenation@gmail.com. Sangir and I are going to start reading the question, taking turn reading the question from the chat. And this meeting is only for guests. So if Sangir and I will take turn to do that, I'm sending it back to you, Sangir. If you could please, if we have any question for our team here, and it's only for guests. So please only read questions that come from guests, or guest questions.
Thank you so much, Julie. Actually, I don't see anything yet in chat. I think we should start with your hands that are raised already. I think
we're not bringing on any attendees today. We'd rather have them type in the chat, and then if we need more clarification, we are going to bring them on.
Okay, all right. So hopefully everyone has understood the what should I call it? Housekeeping rules for today. Please type your questions instead of raising your hand. Is that what you said, Julie?
Yes, please type your questions on the chat. And we're going to read it through. I see that there is one. If I could, Sangir, I'm going to read it out really. I'm going to screen it first. Okay, I'm just going to read it out. And leaders, if this is your guest questions, we can go ahead and answer. OnPassive advertises that founders will be successful if they pay the one-time entry fee to become one. But OnPassive has shown nothing to prove that they can secure customer or that their products are superior to competitors. After the initial funding OnPassive takes from the founders, where does all the promised income and commissions come from?
Yeah, let me start that.
Julie, no, Mike, let me say something. I'm not going to take the question, but I'll let you take the question, right? But I just want to point something out.
You go ahead.
This is the reason why I prefer to bring people up. They show their video, they ask the question so we can see eyeball to eyeball, because this question sounds to me like somebody just being sarcastic. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody just being sarcastic. They probably don't even know what they're talking about. But I'm going to let you take the question, Mike.
Yeah, I agree with you, Charles, but it's something that has to be addressed for the new people that are here. In other words, if they hear this question, they go, well, yeah, what is it? Well, let's talk about that. No proof. That's absolutely wrong. If you followed OnPassive, if you know what they've done, you know we are in a position to win, period, okay? If you talk about the traffic of OnPassive, I'll give you one example of what OnPassive is doing and how they do it. About 6 months ago, OnPassive decided to try their traffic sources. Again, traffic is the key to everything. You have to be able to bring in massive eyes to get in front of your product. Their goal was to bring in 1 million opt-ins. They didn't put a time frame on it, and they just set their traffic sources loose. Let's see what we can do. In 4 days, they brought in 1 million opt-ins, which is unheard of. That is massive traffic coming in to look at the products of OnPassive. This was before it was hooked up to AI. Today, because it's hooked up to AI, they can do it much quicker than 4 days, maybe 2, maybe 1, maybe 12 hours. And this gives you an idea of the amount of traffic that's going to be driving through the products of OnPassive. And when that kind of traffic goes through and customers come in and see the quality of the products, and believe me, if you've been paying attention, the products are being placed in the OFounder back office today. They are superior. They're better than anything out there. And because of that, because of the amount of people that will be coming in and look at the products, the amount of people coming in and buying the products of OnPassive, which is how we get paid, is going to be extraordinary. So the question, Charles was right. I think there was a little sarcasm in there. That's all right. We'll just tap it down a little bit. OnPassive is better than you can even imagine right now. And as you come in and continue to explore OnPassive, believe me, you're not going to sleep. Charles, you can add to that if you want.
Yeah. Here's what I say, right? I mean, and
I
I'm saying
may
this.
step in really quick. Will, you have asked the questions. I brought you on. You have declined it once. I'm sending it to you again. The second time you have declined. So if you would please come on the camera, I'm going to send it to you one more time. Back to you, Charles. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, for me, I don't even, like, he's trying to say what guarantees do we have, or what have we put out there to show, or there are no guarantees in life. Okay, we have confidence in our technology, and there is risk in every business, right? There is no business without risk. Our risk is what? $97. And we have made it less of a risk by making it refundable, right? If you cannot take a $97 risk, you do not deserve to become a founder, period. It's that simple, okay? So we're not gonna tell you, we promise you success, yes we do, but for how much? We don't take any more money from you until you see the products, you're satisfied with it, you see what's going on, right? So if you can't take that risk, well, not everybody is supposed to be a founder. We need some people to drive us around. We need some people to be our cooks. We need some people to do other things, okay? Just relax. Don't come, don't join.
Thank
I'd
you,
like to add
Charles.
one more thing.
I brought Will on. Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
Okay, no, I just want to add one more thing to this, Will. You know, if you really have been engaged at all in understanding or gotten with your sponsor and understand anything at all about OnPassive, and if you've been a marketer with any other, maybe an MLM business or any other thing like that, you'll understand that in order to be successful, in order to get targeted traffic to your site, you have to pay a separate third party for that ability to do that. And if you want to communicate with all of the people that come into your organization, all the traffic that comes into your organization, you have to have an autoresponder. And an autoresponder, I can tell you from personal experience, can cost anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month. So you're looking at a lot of individual expenses that you have in order to make your business, your online business, successful. And OnPassive has all of this for a very low price, all under one umbrella with superior products. So you got to get engaged and really understand what this business is all about. And if you're here, do you have any other questions?
Yes. Well, one thing that bothers me is the terms artificial intelligence and machine learning are used quite extensively throughout the website and all of OnPassive's marketing material. I do have access to the back office, and I've looked at some of the products like OChat, I think, and OMail, which there's no clear.
Go ahead, Charles.
I'm sorry?
So Will, I am personally gonna take you on, but you have to come on Monday.
And I can do that.
This is a guest webinar. That's why I'm saying that. This is a guest webinar. If you've been to the back office, and we've clearly stated in no uncertain terms that this is for guests only. Now,
I'm not
if you want to get more technical, but have you been to the back office?
because I know someone who's a founder that's trying
Okay,
to
but
get
that's
me
not
into
that's
it.
not
That's
correct.
why I'm trying to find out.
That person that you know, please don't tell me that person's name because that person
I
may lose their position.
Yeah.
So that is incorrect because there's proprietary information that only founders should be aware of. And we do have plenty of founder-only meetings to explain these things. That's why I'm telling you, once you become a founder, you have 30 days. You can ask questions, you can go and do whatever you want to do. You can come to a founders-only meeting. And since you talk about artificial intelligence and machine learning, we can talk about that one-on-one if you want to. But this is the wrong forum.
okay, but I'm not a founder though.
But you've done something that only founders should do. So that makes you more like a founder. So go ahead, pay your $97 and come back and ask those questions.
That
Please.
does not seem practical.
Come
Well,
back
so
and
that
read
means
it.
that you are unwilling to take
I
a
don't mean to be
$97
rude.
risk.
I'm not trying to be rude.
No.
I'm simply
You don't
trying
even
to
have to
understand.
speak. Julie, can you mute this guy, please?
Julie,
He doesn't
please.
have to speak yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is
Mute him and
this is a conversation you need to have one-on-one with one of the leadership council, okay? This is for guests, not for people that have been in the co-founder back office, and Charles is right. If that individual, if we got his name, they wouldn't be around very long. It's proprietary. But it's a conversation you need to have with one of us one-on-one, not on a guest forum that we're having right now. And believe me, there's not a question you can ask that we can't answer. I understand everything you're talking about, but again, it's a one-on-one conversation. Go ahead, Julie.
Thank you, Mike. I'm going through the chat right now and I don't see anyone that raises the questions regarding guests. The questions that everyone raised in the chat is for founders. As we do understand, we do have a webinar for founders on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you are a founder of OnPassive, and if you have any question at all regarding anything regarding OnPassive, you're more than welcome to join us on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, and if you like to have the copy of this webinar, please send a message to onpassivenation@gmail.com.
So Mr. Will is still here putting stuff on the chat. So we do take questions, but we have different questions for different fora, okay? We have guest webinars, we have founders webinar. You come to a founders webinar, like I promised you, we'll take all your questions, but you have to become a founder. You have to be willing to risk $97 and become a founder. If you can't do that, then you don't deserve to make money with us. That's all. That's all we're saying.
And
Thank
Will, if you could possibly send us the email of the person, the individual that share the back office with you, we would love to have it. And thank you so much.
Yeah. If you permit me here, guys, let me just say this to the founders that are here. Maybe some of us do not understand the seriousness and the implication of signing a non-disclosure agreement, because if you signed this paper, you have no right whatsoever to share your back office with someone who's not a founder. You can be sued for that. Anything can happen, guys. It's serious. So if people like this can come in webinars and start disrupting webinars and asking questions that we can only answer in our founders only webinar, is not acceptable. Do not do that, guys. Do not do
so
it.
There's something else though. Most people, this is where entrepreneurship intersects with technical ability, okay? I'm a technical guy. I'm also an entrepreneur. So you need to draw the boundary. Ash Mufarag created this company so that non-technical people can enjoy, make money, not be intimidated, okay? When you come here and you want to go detailed into machine learning and artificial intelligence, it is not necessary to make money with OnPassive, right? We can take that out of the scene, right? One-on-one, or even in the founders only meeting. But you don't need to come to a guest webinar, right? And try to interrupt by going to such technical details which might make somebody feel like, oh, wait a minute, I need to know about machine learning. I need to know about artificial intelligence. That is not necessary, okay? And we're not gonna accept that. You can call it hash tone, I don't know what you want to call it. You can call it cockiness, I don't know what you want to call it, but it is the truth, it is the reality.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Someone is asking, Ngua Yvonne is asking, what are the different products, please?
Okay, so the products are digital products, right? So you use Zoom. Mike Ellis talked about video conferencing, Zoom. That's a product, right? It's just digital, right? He talked about Academy. It's an academic product that's digital. He talked about OConnect, okay? So we have products, everything you need online. You be on Facebook, you go on Facebook. What is the product of Facebook? Community. We have that also, okay? The search engine optimization, virtual private network, VPN, okay? It's a tunnel. It cuts across a major network such as the internet, provides privacy so that employees, people can have data without fear of bad guys, okay? So we have all these different products. Tracker is our tracking product, okay? We have trimmers, we have everything that you might need online. It's just that they are not tangible, they are digital products. And what we are doing, putting all these products under one umbrella in one place, in IT, we call them single sign-on. And guess what we do with them? We integrate them. Something no other company has ever succeeded in doing. And we are there, believe me. We are not yet to produce these products. We are just yet to show the world these products. We know it. And the time for you to become a founder is running out. So jump on board, my friend, before you regret it. Just like a lot of us are regretting blockchain, regretting Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. So this is the time. Jump on board.
Yeah, and to see the products of Unpassive, go to unpassive.com. They're all there, guys. That's a site, unpassive.com. They'll show you all the products are there, and you can review them. You can look at the videos. You can see exactly what each product does. Very, very simple.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Mike. I brought on Stella. Stella, are you a founder or are you a guest here with us today?
Oh, I am a founder, but the question, what I have to say has to do with the guests, if you permit me.
All right, please go right ahead.
Okay, thank you. Well done for all the good work. Talking to the guests, something that what just happened now, where a guest was allowed into someone's personal, how will I put it, the back office, is a kind of thing, dear guests, that will cause some wrong statements online. You know how it is, all the internet is so, how will I put it, it's a place where people go and just write and just say things that are not true. Some are true, some are not. So it's something like this that will cause the person that was just shut down, if he's a kind of a person, to go and write things that are not true, to say this is a scam, to say, oh, something is wrong with it. So please, I want to advise whoever to be cautious and respectful. And for the founder that allowed this to happen, you are dishonest and untrue. We are like a family here, and we respect everyone. Why would you do that? Why would you allow someone into the back office? I live here with my kids. They do not, they cannot, they would not. I have a meeting now, they don't even know I have a meeting. They can hear me say, oh, I have a meeting. They don't know what meeting. So it's not impossible for you to keep this to yourself. It's wrong. So if you make the price, like making a promise not to let someone into somewhere and then you secretly do it. And then unfortunately, the person is not wise enough not to come on and say that I don't even know, it's all wrong. So please, guests, if you see things being written online about Unpassive that are negative, be careful what you believe. It's not true. So please, dear founders, let's be respectful. Let's be true. Let's have positivity towards Unpassive, so that it will progress even more and bless us even more. thank you. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I just feel bad about what happened. Bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella, for being here, and thank you for sharing your word of wisdom. I just wanted to remind the founders of OnPassive, if you are taking the back office and share with a guest that are not founder, you are violating the agreement with OnPassive, right? Your account will get suspended or terminated, right? You are violating the agreement that you signed with OnPassive. So please, if you are having a guest, please bring them on to this type of meeting. I'm sending it back to Charles. I see you.
Yeah, so yeah, I just want to get into the head of the founder who did that, right? They are doing that thinking that is going to help convince the guest. That's what they're thinking. But as you can see, it doesn't work because, first of all, they don't even understand the concept. You understand? And then they go to your back office and they are looking at things, or some of them think they're technical, right? But they don't quite get what we're doing. And then they come to a guest webinar and then they ask questions like this. So it's not fruitful, right? It doesn't yield the results that that founder was looking for. That's all I'm saying. So it's not the best way. The best way is invite them to the webinars. They are not yet founders. They cannot take the risk that you took. They should come to guest webinars until they are willing to do that. And then we're going to babysit them. We're not here begging for founders. As a matter of fact, we are here to help. I've said this over and over again. All of us here on this screen, our lives are made. You come in, you don't come in, we are fine, right? So we are here to help at our own time for no pay, right? So we don't have to take all that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charles. I just want to let our guests know there are over 1.1 million founders in OnPassive. That's information I can share with you right here. And also, the most accurate information that you will be receiving, right? It's at onpassive.com. You have all of that information right at your fingertip, right? Not only that, you can also go to onpassive.com/blog. You can see all the information that you need in order for you to make that decision. And if you cannot make that decision to become OnPassive founders, join our webinar and gather all the questions that you want to ask on this webinar. And if that doesn't help you to become an OnPassive founders, trust me, the founder position, it's not for you. I'm sending it to Dan.
Well, yeah, one thing I have is, go to onpassive.com and like everybody said, the information is there, but many people go there and they don't understand that they can scroll down, pick a product and scroll all the way down, and each product has an FAQ. And it isn't just a couple of questions. There's a little button there that says learn more. And you can, there's a lot of questions for each one of the products. So you can really get a good appreciation about what each product is all about. So I would encourage people to do that as well.
Absolutely. Just want to add one more thing. If you are currently using Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, any social media, any product out there, and if those product doesn't put money in your pocket, you want to be with OnPassive, right? So I don't see any more hand raised. And I also put in the chat, if you like more information, please visit onpassive.com. And if you like the recording of this meeting, please send a request to onpassivenation@gmail.com. Thank you so much, our founders, our guests, our leaders that are here tonight, today. Please enjoy yourself. Have a great day and see you next week. See you Tuesday. We do have another webinar for our guests on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you are a founder of OnPassive, what if you decided to become a founder today? You can join us in our meeting on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you have any questions at all, you can address there as well. But you must be a founder, and you'll get access to the back office. And there is a link on there for you to join our meeting on Monday. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, all the leaders. You're doing a great job. Thanks so much for being here. Good night, everyone from Orange County, California. Have a great day.
Good night from Yaoundé, Cameroon.
See y'all later.
Take care.